Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium, CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Michael Voris. Polemical priest honored by Catholic Charities. Father Theodore Hesburgh, former University of Notre Dame president, is being honored with the Centennial Medal from Catholic Charities USA. Father Hesburgh is well known for his denial of church teaching in the areas of women's ordination and birth control, and has served as chairman of the Rockefeller Foundation. Perhaps his most provocative move came in 1967 when Hesburgh blessed and signed the Land O'Lakes Agreement, which essentially declared the autonomy of any Catholic university from the Church's teaching authority. Catholic Charities USA board member Kathleen Flynn Fox sees Hesburgh, quote, as a person who perfectly embodies the spirit and meaning of all that we stand for, end quote. The president of Catholic Charities USA, Father Larry Snyder, added that they are honoring a deeply admired man who is respected around the world, commenting that, quote, few are of his caliber, end quote. African-American genocide, a well-known family life specialist, is highlighting the consequences of the Planned Parenthood agenda in the United States, bringing to light the abortion agency's origins in racism and genocide, particularly aimed at African Americans. Speaking at a faith-based conference in Washington, D.C., Patrick Fagan, a director from the Family Research Council, points out that it was Margaret Sanger, founder of Planned Parenthood, who first spearheaded the population control of blacks through her Harlem clinic in the 1930s. According to a report on the LifeSite News website, Fagan says, quote, by the late 1960s, after family planning clinics were widespread, there was a clear pattern of preponderance of them being in black neighborhoods, end quote. Fagan also attributes other social ills to the Planned Parenthood model, such as unwed pregnancies, single-parent families, and a high abortion rate, among others. Vatican Insider reveals Humanae Vitae's origins. The origins of Pope Paul VI's landmark document, Humanae Vitae, are now being revealed thanks to a retired Georgetown philosophy professor. Dr. Germaine Grisey, an eyewitness to the formation of the birth control commission that shaped Humanae Vitae, has released documents critical to the understanding of Paul VI's refinement of the Church's teaching on birth control. In an exclusive interview with RealCatholicTV.com, Dr. Grisey reveals the Pope's purpose in forming the commission.
His attitude was, well, if people are saying this, and they're good people and intelligent people are telling me this, I've got to listen to what they have to say and pay attention to the thing and get them to really articulate the argument as best they can.
Dr. Grisey also says that in the end, after everything was said and done, there was no real pro-birth control majority present in the commission, quelling decades-old rumors that Paul VI had simply imposed his will on the outcome, but that he was in fact authentically defining church teaching. Stay with us, back in just a few seconds.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web, and RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
CatholicUnderground.com, the podcast about our Catholic faith and new media.
Ferraro passing incites pro-life bashing. The New York Times is blaming pro-lifers for Geraldine Ferraro's political failures. Ferraro died last Saturday at the age of 75 after battling with complications of blood cancer. As a Roman Catholic in the public eye, Ferraro is best remembered for her bipolar stance on abortion, saying she was personally pro-life but politically pro-abortion. In publishing Ferraro's obituary, New York Times writer Douglas Martin says, quote, the abortion issue, magnified because she was Roman Catholic and a woman, plagued her campaign, and that abortion opponents hounded her at almost every stop with an intensity seldom experienced by male politicians, end quote. These accusations appear unfounded, as pro-death politicians, such as Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, among others, often find themselves at odds with pro-life voters across the country. The Mondale-Ferraro ticket lost to the pro-life Republican ticket of Ronald Reagan and George Bush in the greatest landslide in electoral college history. Ferraro was the first woman nominated for a major party presidential ticket. And lastly, East-West negotiations produce new alliance. As discussions over reunification between the Vatican and Russian Orthodox Church falter, some differences may produce an uncompromising East-West alliance. Russian Orthodox Metropolitan Hilarion says, when it is clear that neither the eastern or western lungs of the Church can agree on matters of central authority, doctrine, or liturgy, we should become strategic allies in the face of modern threats to Christianity. The Metropolitan believes that Catholic and Orthodox Christians can work together to fight the many threats to the Church, particularly Muslim aggression, liberal Protestantism, and the general moral decay of society. Discussion between Rome and the Orthodox Church will continue under the direction of the Vatican's Commission for Theological Dialogue. I'm Michael Voris. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And be sure and check out the Vortex today, where we continue our discussion about Catholic Taliban and the reaction to that. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tell your friends about us. And as always, God bless you.